Disclaimer: I do not own any of the stories I tell you in these creepypastas. None of the events actually happened. If you think they do, then you might want to get your head checked. The story I'm about to tell you is called The Lotus Garden. About 2 years ago, I was looking for a game to buy on my new customized Wii. Yay! I probably got about 11 games. I don't remember all of them. But the ones that stand on my mind the most were an early Super Mario Galaxy prototype, another finished Super Mario Galaxy that didn't even frickin' work, and a strange game called The Lotus Garden. It had a strange dark purple Japanese lotus on the box with The Lotus Garden in a blurry font over top of the image of the flower. After I furiously threw out the broken Mario Galaxy disc, gee, I wonder why, I took out the Lotus Garden disc, and the image of the disc looked completely different from the image on the box. It was a picture of a white dog edited to be a darker color in front of a black, distorted sky. Feeling uneasy, I put the disc into the slot to see what the game was about. I mean, I've seen discs where I think there are discs where the art's different from on the box. When the title screen came up, it had both the dog and the flower. It's not surprisingly. Under it were New Game, Open Saves, Options, and Language. I went to New Game because, obviously, I didn't have a save game. And I was introduced with a clip of a roaring purple wolf breaking through a black wall to give the effect of it breaking through the screen. Before the game actually started, it showed the story. It was nothing but mixed characters from different languages. To my knowledge, this usually was a glitch, so I restarted the game, went back to New Game. This time when the story came up, it was in English, although it wasn't proper English as if the person who added it in this game didn't have it as their native language, but it was still readable. It said, on November 2nd, 1997, a ghastly creature is wandering around your small village and causing chaos across the land. You must slay this evil entity or become his snack. I thought it sounded cheesy, and because of that, I didn't expect much from the game. When the game actually started, I was playing as a citizen of Asian origin. The game was a standard 3D platformer. All the enemies were humanoid shaped with faces of deformed wolves. Your only means of attack was a golden sword with a handle shaped like a wolf's snout. Level 1 was inside the protagonist's house. There are many secrets in this level. I've found over 15 secrets so far. The most obvious one can be done by killing the first enemy and standing on the platform where he spawned and staying still for 20 seconds. This made a slideshow of images of all the bosses of the game except for the final boss. This was basically a hint at what you'd be up against. The last secret I found automatically teleported me to the final boss. It was a horrifying human pit bull wolf hybrid bursting out of a giant statue of a man. And its only attack was to fire a beam of light at your character. It was pretty much a one-hit KO, but it traveled at very slow speed. You would have to be standing still for about 5 seconds to get hit. But somehow the game lagged from so many of them on the screen. I got hit by one. My character dropped dead on the ground like a ragdoll and quickly decayed. At one point, I found out you only get one life. The game over screen had a picture of the picture of the wolf dog man staring into the screen. With a displeased facial expression above him, it said, "Bring me your mother." This somehow intimidated me, so I called Mom downstairs and showed her the picture. Her only response was a loud scream. When I looked over my shoulder to ask what was wrong, she vanished. I looked at the screen and I was traumatized by what I saw. It was a picture of my mother as a wolf dog person with "thank you" above her head. She had a very unusual facial expression. That is when I noticed that my Wii had also vanished. In place was a note. The note said, "Thank you for generously giving your mother to take my place so I can escape this horrible prison. Brandon K. Hazel." This has been the Lotus Garden. I may have made some verbal alterations, but nothing special. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the tales. Enjoy the nightmares. Bye!